Today, your teacher invited me to talk to you about fitness assessments. When you first get a client, you have to assess what's going on to know what to do with the client. Now, fitness, for the most part, is a numbers game, a facts game. The fitness, as far as the science, meaning you get out what you put in. You can't cheat the system. You want to lose weight, you have to be in a calorie deficit. You want to gain weight, you have to eat a little more. You want to get stronger, you have to lift more, and so on. It's factual. That's fitness science. But if you're a trainer, personal trainer, all the facts are out the window because it's a psychology game. You deal with real people, and everyone has a different perception. Everyone believes in something different. Some believe in a 5-minute fix. Some believe in hardcore work, no pain, no gain. Some believe advertisements on TV, and some believe they're trainer. So the science of fitness is fact, and then the personal training part is psychology, and it doesn't always work factually because you have to find a connection to the client. The reason why I'm saying that is because when you do a fitness assessment, what you learn in the books is true, it's awesome, it's good, but it doesn't always apply in real world scenarios when you have real people you deal with. When you're a trainer, and then when you're a business owner on top of it, it gets even more complicated. Okay, this is a good picture. So you know what that is? Skin fold caliper, you measure body fat with that, correct? Let me ask you this, just to make it a little more personal. Your mom comes in, she has never seen me before. Me or one of my trainers looks like a meathead, and we do a fitness assessment, and I tell Mrs. Jones to not make it personal. I tell Mrs. Jones, take your shirt off. I'm gonna grab your fat roll and pinch it. She's never seen me before. What do you think? Is she gonna feel comfortable? But this is what books teach us. Is this wrong? No, it's not wrong. Would you do it? I wouldn't. I would lose a client and have some bad reviews online.
I'd be more fearful that Mrs. Jones might like it too much. But you run into that, right?
Well, that's how you get more clients. No, just kidding. But so you probably don't want to do this when the first time you meet a somewhat insecure middle-aged woman, man, whatever. Doesn't have to be middle-aged, but for the most part, this is a little invasive. So how do you measure body fat if not that? I'm sorry? Yes, that's one of the ways. There's many different ways. There's waist to hip ratio, for example. I should have labeled these better. Let's see. Body fat? Probably this. That's me yesterday trying to figure out what I'm going to teach you today. So this is what you can have this, or you can have body impedance analyzer, right? You grab, there's scales for bathrooms. You've probably seen those where you step on barefoot and the scale spits out the number. Do you know how these work? Like the mechanism behind that? It sends an electrical signal from one arm to the other or from one leg to the other. And electricity goes through water quick and it goes through fat very slow. If you have a lot of fat, it goes a little slower, and that's how it calculates body fat. So do you think Mrs. Jones is going to be more comfortable with this or with this? Mr. Smith, whoever, right? So I use most of the time this. Maybe not as accurate, but it gives you a pretty decent idea of what's going on. You can show the screen to your client and say, hey, see this? We need to fix this. And already it becomes a sales pitch. You say, this is a little dangerous. Let's get the number a little lower, and so on. If I have an athlete who is getting ready for a bodybuilding show, whatever, or just wants to look good, I'm comfortable with the person is comfortable with me, I'll do this. It's a little more accurate. I can tell more directly where the fat is sitting, more in your abs, more in your triceps, chest, tummy, whatever it is. Both are right. It's not wrong, but I'm just saying the answer in fitness is always, in fitness science, is always a number, but in personal training, in the real world, the answer is always, it depends. The answer is always, it depends. Depends what's going on. That's what you do. Both are right. One might be more right in certain situations than the other. Okay?